Our God is so good. I don't know if you've thought about that recently. So often when we think about the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, we just recite them in order like that, and we never pause to consider, well, who were these men? Who was Matthew? He's not just the first in the order that they're put into the New Testament. Matthew was a traitor to his people. He allows just the briefest bit of memoir into his biography of Jesus. Puts a little bit of memoir of himself, and Jesus calls him, Matthew, out of being a tax collector. So the Jews are an occupied people. The occupying force is the Roman government, and those are the ones for whom Matthew is collecting taxes. So he's taking tax money out of his kinfolk and giving it to his enemy. He's a traitor to his people. And Jesus calls that guy to join his inner circle, and more than that, he inspires that guy to write a gospel. And I have to believe it's one of the ways that Jesus is saying to you and to me, with his background, given how far he'd gone, if I can do that with Matthew, imagine what I can do with you. You've never gone too far, and you've never done too much. The fact that Matthew had been called out of the kind of life where he was an insurrectionist. He was an insurrectionist against his own people, the Jews, and his own God, the Lord. And yet Jesus transforms him from an enemy of his own people to a messenger of his people's Messiah. And since that's Matthew's own story, his gospel is full of people who are themselves transformed. And it all builds and builds and builds. You got transformation after transformation and change after change, whether it's the man with the demon-possessed man living in the catacombs earlier in the gospel, and all culminates with the guy who's at the cross, the Roman soldier at the cross, the oppressor soldier at the cross, who watches Jesus die, and he says, surely this man was the Son of God. So that transformation is complete. Matthew's been writing it from the first words of the gospel to how he brings it on home.